Live now, Lisa, but I'm just doing a double check on a couple of platforms and then we can get rocking and rolling. Welcome, everybody. I am joined by the amazing Lisa Danielle. Thanks for being here, Lisa. Do you want to just tell people who don't already know a little bit about you?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Lisa Danielle. I'm a content creator, TikTok expert, and I'm the founder of Beyond the Hashtag. I help businesses, online coaches, experts, that kind of thing, to grow their audience on TikTok, get visible, and most importantly, bring in leads into their business through TikTok.
I just bloody love you. I just think it's like a big part of my ethos and everything that I do is just about hardworking, real people doing cool shit. And like you just are the epitome of all of that. So
I
it's been
love that.
it's been so good to connect with you. And I just want to say thank you so much. Like all the support that you've shown me in this launch of Online Business Mastery and the webinar we've been doing, and just you
So
shouting
welcome.
it from the rooftops. Genuinely, you've been ace. And of course, you've offered a little bit of a bonus that we're collaborating on for anybody that signs up to Online Business Mastery. So you're going to be doing a full workshop to help people when it comes to getting visible and growing, on socials. Do you want to just tell people a little bit about that? And of course, your membership, they get 3 months access
That's right.
free of charge, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am going to do a masterclass for everyone who joins in your program. And yes, you're going to get 3 months into my membership. My membership is called Rock the Talk. But the masterclass is really going to focus on like real and tangible things that you can do. I'm one of those people who does very quick trainings. I don't like the last thing I want when I open up a training is to have an hour and a half video to watch. And I think, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I've just not got the time in my life for that. So I'm
Yeah.
all about quick, actionable learnings. And that's what you get with me. So I'll be doing a masterclass, and in that you're going to learn so much, so many takeaways about how to work with the algorithm. So it's all well and good just cracking on with TikTok, but if you've not got really an idea of how to make that work and how to get the algorithm working for you, then it's just going to be really hard work for you. So I'm going to teach you how to work with the algorithm so that the algorithm can show your content to your ideal client without them even looking for you.
That's amazing. And that's a big thing, isn't it? Is not just going viral and having the wrong people seeing your content. If you're
Absolutely.
building a serious business and you've got a product or a service that you want to get to the right people. I mean, I just love, because just to make sure people know, you've got nearly 100,000 followers on TikTok
Yeah.
now, haven't you?
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
so close.
it's amazing. Just tell us a bit about that journey. Like, how did that come about?
Sure. So I started kind of by accident, to be honest. I downloaded TikTok after a glass of Prosecco one night to have a look at what my stepsons were spending all the time on. They were
Okay.
obsessed with this app, and I was like, what on earth are they looking at? I'm going to have a look. And whilst I was on there, once I'd got past the pimple popping videos and the kids dancing, I was like, hang on, this is actually really interesting. And I stumbled across a couple of accounts, or the algorithm was showing me accounts
Yeah.
where people were trying to make money. And there was two accounts in particular. One was a lady who was trying to make, she was called Helena Starts a Business, and she was trying to make 100 grand in a year. And she was documenting it on TikTok.
Right.
Another chap is someone who I still work with now. He was my inspiration, really, called Des. He was trying to turn £200 into £100,000 in 1 year, and he did it. He smashed it. And I was like, right, I fancy a bit of this.
Yeah.
Now, 100 grand at that point seemed like a ludicrous amount of money to me. So I decided I was going to do it a bit different, something that felt a bit more tangible to me and probably a bit more relatable for others. And I was going to pay off my debt. I had 12.5 grand of debt at that time. And I decided to set myself a challenge to pay off that debt within 1 year. And I was documenting the process on TikTok.
Wow.
And exactly 1 year to the day, like literally to the day, I paid the last few pounds off that debt. And I did that using side hustles that I was kind of just testing, really. People would say, have you tried such a thing? And I'd go, no, I'll give it a go. And kind of through that process, I just gained a real community of cheerleaders who just wanted me to succeed. And that's what it's all about. It's not just about getting seen. It's about who you get seen by. Like, going viral is great. I mean, it's great for the ego. Getting a 3 million view video, amazing. But actually, as business owners, going viral isn't helpful to us. It's just not helpful. It brings in so many people who are outside of your ideal client that the algorithm then gets confused about what you're making content about, and it doesn't know who to show it to anymore. So you're then going out to a load of people, and it takes a bit of time then to get the algorithm back on side, back to showing you content who we really want to speak to.
It's something that I've had to explain to people, because a lot of people, like, they will see I've got a decent following on Instagram, but what they don't realize is quite a lot of that came from years of me being a performer and
Right.
documenting that. Then, like a year ago, I was in a TV show, so I got thousands of followers off the back of that, like a reality show. There's been like certain guests that I've had on my podcast that we collaborated, and I got thousands of followers off of that.
Yeah,
And it's
right.
such a mix of people. And my target audience is people who want to build businesses online. Now, people who just liked me for being on a reality TV show as a down-to-earth guy or whatever, or maybe, I don't know, they thought I was a dick. I don't know. But just like, they've followed me for different reasons. So actually, having that bigger following has been to the detriment of my business, and actually like having the right following. So I always want to encourage people, because I think a lot of people think you need to have a big following to
Absolutely
make
not.
great money online. And the other thing that I think you've touched upon there that is really important is it's that documentation process. Like, you took your audience on a journey. They were rooting for you. They was watching, you know, presumably you'll have had people like, oh my God, how's she getting on this week? And it's that kind of thing where they're on the journey with you, right?
That's absolutely it. And that's got to be an integral part of your TikTok strategy, because TikTok's very different to Instagram. You know, it's not that perfectly curated content. We are showing up exactly as we are. We're showing all of the messy middle, and we're taking people on the journey with us. So it's not enough to just show people your business. They want to see behind the business. Who's behind the business? What's going on with you? They want, if you've got a jewelry business, they don't want to say, look here, look at this beautiful necklace I've made. They want to see how you've made it. Where did your stock come from? What did it look like? Were you up till midnight making it? Were you drinking a cup of tea while you made it? Did it go wrong one time? They want to know all of it. It's not just about the product or the offer or the service. It's the whole thing. And that's that kind of storytelling and the journey that we take people on.
It's that cliche thing of people buy from people, right?
Absolutely.
And that's the thing you've got to remember. And I always say, like, even product-based businesses, if they're not going to put themselves in front of the camera, they rely on influencers or people we already know, like, and trust to be the face of their business. What would you say to somebody who's like hearing this? They've got that spark. They know they want to change their life through a business. They want to do the online business thing, but they just really struggle with the idea of putting themselves out there and document, you know, because you're saying there about showing everything, not just showing the glossy, nice bits that we want to post, like showing the reality behind the scenes. People are worried about having the courage to do that. Is there anything you'd say to them?
I get it. I completely get it. When I first made my post, and if I'm honest, if I'd not had a glass of wine or a glass of Prosecco, I probably never would have done it. But
so that's the answer.
Just
and you'll be fine.
Do
Now we're talking. This is the best business advice I've ever heard. I love it.
But what the thing is that you need to realize is that it's those things that you're most worried about that make you relatable. That are going to make people want to be part of your world and come into your world, go and get your lead magnet and work with you. So all of the things that I thought I was too much of before I started, I was too mank, I was too sweary, too common, too fat, too ginger, you know, like all the twos that I thought I was. It's all of those things that people really relate to. And it makes you just, if that draws in, it calls in your ideal client, because really our ideal client is a version of ourselves. So you're drawing people in like that by just being yourself. So all the things that you think you're too much of is actually the exact thing that you need to be more of, because that's what's calling people in.
It's making me feel like that. Amen, sister. I like want to be in a gospel choir or something, because I'm just like, but that's not easy, because we can hear that and go, yeah, but like it's silly things for me. Like, I know, for example, like I have like a slightly weird eye. It's all right today. I'm looking okay, but it's
I've
things
never
like
noticed.
that.
I'm having a closer look now. Never noticed.
No. Let's draw attention to my insecurities. But it was really interesting because Lisa Johnson has something similar. She said, which I never noticed that about her, but she said it's those little things that we try and avoid. And the minute you just surrender and go, it sounds cliche, but just I am what I am. It is what it is. Like, just that people can start to really relate. But what I would say to people is, it's not easy for some of us. And I think really leaning into the insecurities and just not trying to pretend to be someone is difficult, but it only gets easier by doing it. I think there's no like cheat code. You can't think about doing it, or you've just got to get a bit uncomfortable. It might feel a bit weird at first, right? And also, you might be shit at the start. Like I always say, like when you're first doing content or speaking on a stage or going live on Facebook or whatever that thing is, you've just got to be okay with not being great. It's that phrase of every master was once a disaster, every winner was once a beginner. But there's some truth in that. Nobody starts out, we don't just come out of the womb like brilliant on TikTok. You know, it's like, ta-da, get me on TikTok. You've just got to be okay with not being brilliant. And it's that consistency of still showing up anyway that over time you do get to a place where you go, actually, I think I'm doing all right now. We might not be amazing, but we're doing all right. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anyone's watching this thinking that they're feeling like that, I would really encourage them to come along and look at my TikTok. Because I am not a content creator. You know, I don't do that. This is just me. I'm just talking to the camera just like this. I don't do, you know, perfectly shot things. I don't do it like that. And one tip that I would give, a little hack, is to not think that you've got to record a 1 minute monologue, or you've got to remember everything that you've got to say all in one go. Record a sentence or even a few words and press pause. Think about what you've got to say next, record that, press pause. What have you got to say next? Record that. And then stitch them all together. That's all I do, because when you're trying to think of what you've got to say and try to remember the whole thing, it becomes so unbearably awkward to watch. And you get all the scratching and the nose scratching and the sniffing and the ums and the like, you can see the fear that crosses over people's eyes. Just record one sentence at a time. That's all you need to do, one sentence.
And that literally is a TikTok style, isn't it? There's a lot of videos that is their style. You know, they're like stopping and starting it. And you can record that in the app. That's right, isn't it? Where you could stop it and start it in the app.
Yeah, all in the app. I'm a real basic bitch. I don't use anything extra. I do everything in TikTok. I don't use CapCut. I don't use anything fancy. I don't do transitions. I don't do anything. I just talk to the camera and that's me done.
Isn't it true that that's probably like, does the algorithm favor that? It likes that user generated in app content anyway. So that's probably one of the good things for that.
It really does. And people ask me quite a lot about repurposing content. And I would always say, if you are repurposing content, don't complete your content, download it, and then think you can post it elsewhere. If you're going to repurpose it, then at least use your raw footage, put it into each app and edit it in each app.
So it's still got a sense of it being created.
Yeah, exactly that.
Love it. Right. Well, we're going to have to shoot in a second because we're going to go to TikTok, aren't we? But I just want to make this really, really clear. I just wanted to introduce you a little bit to people in my audience that might not already know you, and hear a little bit about you. I think you're absolutely amazing. And it's so great to see just somebody so genuine, crushing it and helping others, and just the movement, I guess, that you have created. So just to be really, really clear, I mean, this week, I mean, I know I've been speaking to you a lot about it, but this last couple of weeks with the launch we've got of Online Business Mastery has been amazing. We're more or less at capacity. Like, we can take on another person or two if you want to, but this is kind of it now. We're at capacity. So we closed the doors Sunday evening. So you got just over 2 days to go. But I just want to make it really clear for those who know about Online Business Mastery and all the bonuses and the perks that we're giving you and all that kind of good stuff. If you're not clear, we did announce yesterday or the day before, I think it was, that Lisa's also going to be doing a free masterclass, and you get 3 months for free in Lisa's membership. Rock the Talk, is that what it's called?
Rock the Talk, that's right. So every week I give you all the latest trends and trending audios. I also I've got an enormous content bank of hooks, call to actions, POVs, and B-roll ideas. That gets updated every Friday. And then every month you get mini tutorials of, and when I say mini, I mean a minute, 2 minutes, something like that, of how to do a green screen, how to do an overlay, how to add a voiceover, all the things that you kind of like, how do I do that? And I don't really know. It's in there, and new ones are added every month. And then you also get a mini masterclass that's more about strategy, ideal client, content pillars, and all of that kind of stuff. You get a mini masterclass every month, plus the community as well.
It's amazing. I can't wait. I've told you already, I'm definitely joining, because TikTok has not been the platform I've invested a lot of time into. My main ones really have always been Facebook and Instagram, really, that I've focused on. But I have had a little bit of success with TikTok and then got banned, and I didn't know why I got banned. And then I got pissed off with it, and then I just didn't really do it. Yeah, because it was just the fact there was no warnings or reasons given. It just went overnight, and I was like, what the hell? So
I mean, I think if that's not testament to building an email list, then what is? Because that content is not ours, and that's why I talk about TikTok being a lead magnet. We're not gathering followers. We're bringing those followers into our email list because, like Matt's just said, you just never know when that's going to end. We want our customers to come outside of the platforms into our own email list that we own.
Such a great point. So I'm going to put you on the spot. If anybody's been on the fence about joining Online Business Mastery, and ultimately what that means is either starting a business from scratch, or if they're in business, just investing in getting support to be able to maybe grow their business a smarter way. They're just on that fence and they're like, oh, I don't know if it's me. Well, what words would you give them? Have you anything to say of inspiration?
Oh, I've invested in myself. I've worked with Matt's mentor as well. And I think it's so good to just have somebody in your corner. We can just get too in ourselves and we're like analysis paralysis, don't know what to do, don't know what, I've got this idea, I've got this idea, I've got this idea. And just to have somebody in your corner just showing you the way is just invaluable. So I would really just recommend that investing in yourself. And this is an absolute no-brainer price. Like, this is bonkers. If you're not joining this and you're thinking of starting a business, then you're crazy. It's an absolute no-brainer price.
There you go. You're all mad. Yeah. Lisa, thank you so much. This has been a pleasure. If anyone wants to go connect with Lisa and so on, do you want to just let them know how they can actually like follow you and get involved?
So over on TikTok, I'm the Side Hustle Sister. You can find me over there. Or I'm Lisa Danielle on Facebook, and I've got a free Facebook group called Beyond the Hashtag that you can come and join.
I need to join that. I didn't know you had the Facebook group as well.
Yeah.
I need to get in there. And then obviously, guys, this is literally we're a matter of hours away, really, from Online Business Mastery closing for this year. So if you do want to have a chat about it, if you're still not 100% sure it's right for you, please do reach out to us. It's not going to be like a big sales call where we're going to use manipulation to make sure you sign up. Like, what we want to do is just make sure the right people that we can genuinely help are getting involved with this. So if you just have any questions, without pressure, drop me a DM and we can have a chat. Lisa, thank you so much. Take care.